Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Now, I want to talk about Polkadot because it's massively pumped today and we know why it's massively pumped. Oh, yes, we do. It's massively pumped comparatively to the rest of the market because they announced the exact date of their Parachain auction. It's going to be November 11th, and we're going to talk about a little bit about what that actually means. So everyone has been waiting for DOT's Parachain auctions. I do believe that it has potential to pump up to number 3 in ranking. Right now, it's around 42 billion market cap. I think you can effectively double that. In fact, if Bitcoin doesn't really move that much, I do believe DOT can almost get to maybe $100 if we're lucky. By the time their Parachain launches. If Bitcoin goes to 100K or more, you could easily see 200 or 300 in terms of DOT price. So even if Bitcoin doesn't move, the FOMO and the excitement for the DOT Parachains might actually push it near $100, which effectively would easily make it number 3 in ranking. So that's what I actually see. Now, what about the timing for this pump? You know, people like to buy the rumor and sell the news. It happened to Kusama. Kusama went way up before its Parachain launch, but it did peter off a little bit before the Parachain launch started, and then it did actually fall back a bit after the Parachain launch started. So, but that could actually be because Bitcoin was retracing at that time as well. But I do think there is going to be a lot of buy the rumor, sell the news, like there was with Kusama and like there was with Cardano a bit. Remember, Cardano pumped to over, as you can see, $3 on the news of Goguen. So my guess is that since the auction's November 10th or 11th, I do think I would actually try to start DCAing out of DOT if you made a lot of profit, probably around November 1st or 2nd, maybe definitely by November 4th or 5th, because generally what happens is a week or two before the actual event, it kind of tends to top and it starts to go even or peter out a little bit. And then after the event actually happens, it tends to drop a lot. So I would look at beginning of November as a DCA out period for DOT if you buy in right now. DOT has gone up almost 20% today at $41.27, and it might actually continue to go up in the following week or two. Remember, we're right now only at October 13th. There's 17 days until the end of the month, and that 2.5 weeks gives it a lot of a pump window, and there's a lot of money to actually be made there. Now, DOT's technology is pretty good. Parachains, I kind of think are just a glorified way to say side chains. They're basically independent blockchains that connect onto the main chain. And I think there will be a lot of hype for DOT Parachain auctions, which is actually going to be pretty cool, just like there was a lot of hype for Kusama Parachain auctions. And I think the bids are actually going to be pretty high, and that will actually stir the price up. The excitement is definitely there. The elements of FOMO are definitely there. And I do think DOT is actually going to be one of my top picks for October. It probably won't be for November because once DOT actually gets the Parachain auctions, I do expect people to sell the news. A lot of the people that are looking for a quick flip will probably sell it and try to move on to the next project. But remember, DOT is also happening at the same time as VeChain and also ICX. So those three you could actually look at for a good performance this month. But DOT itself, definitely a good project. If you want to hold DOT for the long term after buying it right now, I think that's a good idea as well. Because even though I do think it will retrace after the Parachain auction start, I do not think it'll retrace all the way down to $40. Unless Bitcoin has a big dump. And if Bitcoin goes up at the same time, you could get several $100s for DOT. So do you think it's at least within the top 20 coins, DOT is at a very good position right now. There's a lot of money to be made here, and people are excited for this Parachain auction. There's going to be a lot of development on DOT, and it's going to compete in the mainnet race as soon as these Parachain auctions are done, which actually might take a couple of months for all of them to get done. But just the start of the Parachain auctions will induce a good amount of FOMO. So Polkadot, Gavin Wood finally announced it. I really like this news. I think it's the most bullish news for DOT we've had in quite a long time. I can't wait to see what projects actually get these parachains on DOT and what developments they have, because Ethereum fees, if you guys haven't heard, someone paid $430,000 for a failed Ethereum transaction, and then he paid another $105,000 to actually cancel another transaction. So he paid $500,000 in Ethereum fees because he was using bots for absolutely nothing. So, these other networks like Solana, DOT, ADA, BNB are desperately needed because people are going to be tired of this stuff and want to move to other chains. and DOT is poised to take a share of the market. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe and hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.